Hello everyone and welcome to Pangbourne College. These are unique times, aren't they, in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, and it feels very strange to me to be standing in the middle of the school, in the middle of our large and beautiful campus, at a time when the school is operational and we're delivering a full curriculum of lessons, but there are no students or teachers here. Pangbourne is above all a people place, and the warmth, the individual support and the community feel for which we're known is something which is impossible to convey in a video. What I can do, however, is tell you about our ethos and values, the things that are important to us, and about our plans for the future and the progress we've made against those plans. And I hope that you'll find those interesting and that when this is all over, you'll want to come and visit us. At Pangbourne, we aim to offer a well-rounded education, a broad education which enables students of all abilities to fulfil their intellectual potential and to achieve qualifications of which they're proud, but which is also focused on their personal development, and in particular the development of their character and their confidence. Academic qualifications, and perhaps more importantly the skills which are learned during the academic journey, are an essential preparation and passport for the next stage of students' careers, whether that be university or apprenticeships or going straight into work. And we teach students to work hard for their academic success. But as well as that, the person they become, the person they are, will be of vital importance for the many, many years in the future. How they behave, what they believe, how they treat others, and whether they can work with them or lead them, how they handle setbacks and disappointments, all those things will be, in many ways, even more important in the future. In my thinking about education, I've been very influenced by the work of Professor Bart McGettrick, the Emeritus Professor of Education at the University of Glasgow, and his work on the importance of values. I once heard him give a talk in which he said, "Time spent on values is not time wasted. It's like the tide rising. Everything rises with it." And for the last 14 years, we have talked a lot about values at Pangbourne. We call them our flag values. And they're a touchstone for our behaviour and the kind of qualities that we want our students to learn whilst they're here. And I think Bart McGettrick was right. As we've focused on those and embedded those values in our culture, everything else has improved as well. I said earlier that this is a people place and relationships are important to us and underpin the quality of pastoral care. I was very pleased 2 years ago when the school council reviewed our code of conduct and made a slight adjustment to the opening statement so that it read, "Pangbourne College is our community where the individual matters." It's a strong statement of our shared belief in the importance of providing support for everyone, and the belief that when we're cared for and we know that people believe in us, we can thrive. So the culture here is one in which teachers will try to encourage and support and nurture, and yet will also encourage students to persevere and to keep pressing on to try and grow through their difficulties. Always we're trying to improve our systems of support for individuals. One of the questions I'm often asked when people come and see me is, how is Pangbourne different from other schools in an area where we're surrounded by lots of excellent schools, both state and independent? It's a good question, and I think one feature would be our emphasis on values that I've spoken about already. But another obvious distinction is our ceremonial tradition. Now, this tradition has its origin in the college's foundation as a naval college to train young men for careers at sea. But that aim was thrown overboard 50 years ago. But the tradition of marching and parading was kept, and everyone in year 9 and above takes part in it. And students and families value it. It's an unusual activity to have in a school, I admit, but it's a brilliant vehicle for teaching self-discipline for building confidence, for developing an understanding of teamwork and the importance of leadership. And perhaps most of all, it helps to create that strong sense of community which we enjoy here. Let me now tell you something about our plans for the future and the progress we've been making towards our goals. In our development plan we have 4 main aims, and the first of those is to continue to improve the quality of learning by focusing on lesson planning and its importance, and the importance of reflection in the learning process. We've seen real improvements in the academic culture, and for us it was heartwarming to hear what inspectors said about our students' attitudes to learning during the recent inspection at the end of 2019. You can read about it in the inspection report, which is on the website. I'd encourage you to do so. At the same time, we've increased our investment in technology to support teaching and learning, and focused on professional development for the staff. I think the seamless transition we've made to online learning in recent weeks is a strong indication that things have been moving in the right direction and of our progress, and our intention is to continue that upward trajectory. Second, we want to continue to improve the quality of our curriculum. In recent years, our efforts have been focused on embedding the new GCSEs and A-levels, and now we're turning our attention towards reviewing the Key Stage 3 curriculum and developing our provision for core skills, gifted and talented, and careers at all levels of the school. We're very mindful that we need to be preparing students for a world in which innovation and enterprise will be all the more important, and at the same time we'll continue to develop the broader curriculum which involves sport and music and drama and adventurous training and so on. All activities in which skills, important skills, are developed, but also ones in which character and confidence can be developed really effectively. Third, we want to continue to improve the quality of our facilities so that we can better support our other aims in the development plan. Recent investment has seen the complete refurbishment of our main classroom block and the exterior of the science department, and the creation of a new outdoor pool, as well as significant investment in the boarding houses. And our aim is to continue that investment. The next projects include a cafe for use by the sixth form and boarders. We're going to be replacing the AstroTurf pitch as soon as we can and refurbishing the boat club, as well as maintaining that cycle of refurbishment of classrooms and boarding facilities that is so important. Our fourth and final aim in this co-educational school is to increase the size to 500 and increase the proportion of girls at the school. It's been very exciting to see progress in this area in the last few years, and for the last 4 years the number of students has increased every year. And now, in all but 2 year groups, the ratio of boys to girls is 4 to 3, as opposed to 2 to 1 4 years ago. Being 500 will enable us to resource our aims more sustainably, but it's not so big that we'll lose that community feel for which we're known, or lose sight of the importance of the individual. 3 years ago, at about this time of year, we were thrilled to be able to celebrate our centenary in the presence of the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. It was a really exciting day, and it continues to be an exciting time at Pangbourne. It's not at all the same without the students here, and I'm sure you will join me in hoping that as soon as possible life can begin to return to normal. But in this video I've tried to give you a flavour of the things that are important to us. I hope you'll come and visit us when you can. But in the meantime, if you have questions you want to ask, or you'd like to have a virtual meeting with me, please do get in contact with the admissions department and we'll set that up. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you at some point in the future.